Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I got some news this day from basically all over the world. We got news for Australia, news for Canada, news for the United States, news for the UK. It's news everywhere. First off, let's start off in Alaska. We had that plane crash just the other week where unfortunately 5 passengers plus the pilot perished in a plane crash. It was from a Holland America cruise ship, but it wasn't a Holland America tour. Some initial reports are coming out now from the investigation, and apparently it looks like the pilot struck a tree during the flight, and there were very low clouds, including clouds covering the tops of the mountains as low as 600 feet, which when you're flying in a plane is very, very low. So we'll still see. They haven't come out with a direct cause, but they're suspecting that they hit the treetops or something along those lines, which caused the crash. Again, very, very tragic story. Sitka in Alaska, normally a destination where it's like a turnaround port, or it's your final destination, or it's the last stop before heading off towards Russia and China. Well, they wanted to have more of that as a destination area, and so they did that agreement with Royal Caribbean where they are going to be bringing in a lot more passengers, to the point now where they're expecting next year, at the current pace of what's expected to be about 460,000 cruise passengers will arrive in Sitka, not just as a turnaround port, but as a destination now. So another thing that the town of Sitka has decided to do is they've leased 17 acres of land near the cruise port, and they will be starting to build and create new attractions and new destination points for people to enjoy a shore excursion, including things like salmon bakes, canoe launches, a zip line area, and probably more dining and etc. there. It's only good news for the tourism in that town, where they expect just the lease alone is going to generate between $300,000 to $400,000 for the city, plus all the money and the taxes that go into that from the tourism of the cruising industry. So that's good news for Sitka, who are looking forward for more tourism. Let's leave Alaska for a second. Let's come on over to Canada. And one of the things that was kind of confusing to us here in Canada is the UK announced that United States was safe to travel to the UK without quarantining, but Canada couldn't. This is at a time when the United States has about 100,000 cases a day and Canada has about 2,000 cases a day, and our infection rate is much, much lower right now at this time. It wasn't a while back, but it is now. But that is now changed. As of next week, Canadian citizens will now be able to travel to the UK without having to quarantine, which might open up some more cruising opportunities for me. We'll see. I've already booked a bunch of cruises again already. So we'll see how that fits into my schedule, but that's good news for Canadians wanting to travel to Europe, whether it's on a cruise or just to go to visit relatives. You no longer have to quarantine if you've been fully vaccinated. Good start. Quickly, before I get into some of the other news, I just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't subscribe to anything except notify you of when more videos are available on a daily basis, and I would really, really appreciate it. Let's jump over to Australia right now. As you know, Australia is one of those places that just doesn't seem to be getting anywhere with the cruising restart. Well, just last week, Qantas Airlines announced that they're going to mandate all of their employees to be vaccinated. And now some of the cruise lines, like P&O Cruise Lines, have also just announced that they will only be traveling with vaccinated passengers when they restart in Australia as well. The vaccine rate in Australia has been very, very slow and gradual in getting up there. They're right now at about 25% of the population is fully vaccinated, so they have a ways to go there. It's still uncertain how long that will take for them to ever open up the cruise ports again. There's a lot of pressure, as a lot of tourism dollars are missing right now. And cruising industry is a big part of that. But right now the government doesn't seem to be going one way or the other. But P&O, one of the first cruise lines to announce in Australia, you're gonna have to be vaccinated. Some Disney Cruise Line news. We kind of know that there's 2 ships sailing out of Florida, and there's 1 ship sailing exclusively in the UK. We were all wondering when the 4th ship is going to set sail. Well, the Disney Wonder has just been seen going through the Panama Canal on the way to the West Coast, and they do have scheduled cruises starting at the end of September. They haven't officially announced when the Disney Wonder is going to be started yet, but at least they're heading in that direction. So there's a very good chance that those cruises may go forward, much to the delight of Disney cruise fans who have been waiting for the Wonder announcement with bated breath. And finally, another cruise port in Florida says they're ready to go. They're all set to start, and they have cruises scheduled. The Tampa port will now be starting this operation in October, with Royal Caribbean being the first ship to officially start to sail out in October. So that's a 4th cruise port opening up in Florida alone, even amongst the whole fight between the state and the cruise lines over masking and mandating, and that part is a whole mess. But the cruise industry still seems to be going forward. And good news is the Port of Tampa Bay looks like they're starting in October. Royal Caribbean has already announced which ships are going to be there. So 4 port opening, it only can get more and more. Next is Jacksonville. Fingers crossed when Jacksonville port will open up. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.